Welcome back to Gamify This, the podcast game show featuring the artist, Samuel, the gamer, Sean, the nerd, Puzzle. Join us as we compete to the best gamified solutions to our daily experiences in Gamify This. So, do we all know why we are here today?
No idea.
We're here to die.
Yes. Who wants to go first?
I do. Me. I want to go die.
Brilliant! Okay, Sean, you're the only competitor today. Would you like to win?
Oh my goodness, I've never been given an opportunity to win something before.
I'm pretty sure I had a bad dream last night, because I have a bad dream every night that I'm not at my house.
Michael, you're the only one who's focused right now.
Yes, I am looking up a topic for us to do tonight, because I don't want to use any of my brilliant topics.
Like
I want to use
dating?
a throwaway topic, just to practice.
Oh, okay.
We should gamify dating at some point.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Valentine's Day episode of next year.
It would be interesting for me and boring for you guys, because you've got SOs.
Whoever hosts can bring up whatever they want. It doesn't even have to be the Gamify format. We could have a podcast where we just sit down and talk about stuff. But I think for at least the first few episodes, we should have a bit of a consistent... Because when you start something new, I want it to...
I'm just afraid of going into my daily life and trying to vlog it.
We're not vlogging, though, because we're doing one recording session where we think about stuff, and then once we get out of it, we don't have to apply any of it to what we actually do if we don't want.
Sean, that's like 100% commitment.
That's it. That's exactly what I said before I exploded yesterday.
He did explode yesterday. I can, in fact, confirm this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that doesn't really surprise me anymore.
All right. So for the duration of the next 45-ish minutes, I'd like us to try to stay a little focused on the topic I bring up. The format, you guys are going to catch on to it. It's going to be fine. I'm going to tally up points, award points.
I have a freaking pencil.
Great, brilliant, wonderful. But I'm not going to tell you the amount of points I'm giving you until the end. But for the sake, shut up! For the sake of this being a practice episode, I'm not going to actually award a win to either of you, because since this is hosted on my channel, I would like to host the first official episode, if that's all right with you guys.
I think the name of this podcast should be Puzzle Me This.
No, that's just, I'm sorry. That's just a little, it doesn't ring well. It's cringy. It has my name in it.
He thinks
like
it's cringy because
Gamify.
I came up with it.
The thing is,
and I'm always thinking about things like VHSs.
The thing about Gamify This is every single person on this planet is somewhat familiar with the idea of gamifying your experiences. And there is not a podcast out there with that as the topic.
Anywhere?
So what?
I was afraid that this name would already be taken. That's why I was
Nope.
coming up with one that felt more.
No, this is genuinely a new idea. And we got an artist, a gamer, and a nerd.
And his name is Puzzle.
It's a great... Yes. We got an artist, a gamer, a nerd, and two other bozos. But anyway, if you guys are comfortable with going forward, I think we should do a 3, 2, 1 clap and get started.
All right. 3, 2, 1, clap.
All right, no, it's called a clap sync. So, Sean, please wake up. Wake up. 3, 2, 1. Was it really that off? 3, 2, 1. Okay, I didn't realize the delay. All right, ready? And here we go.
Oh, no, not...
Hello, everybody. This is the practice episode number 1 of Gamify This. I am your host, Puzzle, and these are my 2 co-hosts, Samuel and Sean. Go ahead and say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
These two will compete to get points. The whole goal of this game is to gamify your life. I'll be bringing up a topic. They are going to be coming up with ideas, games, and I'll be awarding points off of whose game I like best. I might give bonus points based off of the title of their game, maybe side missions, maybe side topics, maybe completely random stuff I decided to give points to. But most of the points will be awarded based off of the main topic, which I will announce here in a second. Whoever wins those points will be winning the host of the next episode, and they will be hosting the next...
That sounded horrible.
It might just be Samuel today. They will be hosting the next episode after that, coming up with a topic and the points awarded to the other two remaining. So, gentlemen, before we begin,
Yes.
is there anything
Yes, sir.
about your life you want to share?
The night before last night, my dog was falling asleep, and he sleeps on my pillow. And what he tends to do is he spreads across my pillows and gets on top of my blankets. So basically, if I'm late to bed, I regret it because I can't even get in bed because he's on top of my blankets and hogging up the pillow, and he's asleep. And he's like, I try to move him, and he goes, like, why are you moving me like this? And that's my story.
Invigorating. Sean, how's your week been?
I had music, and I listened to the classical masters, and I took a walk, and generally accompanied by food, and amen.
Amen.
I was scared to talk or breathe throughout that.
I imagined you were walking through Central Park in New York. Music came on in your ears, and suddenly there was a giant corn dog next to you walking by your side. And then the prayer ended, and I was confused. But I was like, oh shoot, I'm in church, and I fell asleep.
Okay, well, lovely stories to get you guys' minds started. I'm
I
gonna
am a lovely story.
kick it off.
You're just going to have
I'm
to
gonna
keep
kick-
talking, Puzzle.
I'm going to kick it off and let you guys know what the topic is. Get ready to get your mind flowing. This podcast is basically improv class. We're just going to practice going on the fly. So today's topic, gamify your morning routine. I'll give you guys a few seconds to come up with a title to your game. Sometimes coming up with the title, everything will flow from that. So just come up with a title for your game or for your method of gamifying your morning routine to make it just a little bit more engaging, productive, and enjoyable. Discuss ways to set goals, track progress, and create a sense of accomplishment. So challenges, timed tasks, incorporating technology, gadgets, etc. Just let me know. And you could go as crazy and wacky as you want, or, maybe applicable. You know what? Today, I might award points to whoever comes up with their title soonest.
I did
Do
the
either of you
title
have a
first.
title?
So I got a title.
Okay, well, that's exactly what I was... Okay, Samuel, let's hear your title.
Okay, it's Up and Ready, a way to leave for work on time, also having had a morning.
That sure is a mouthful. All right, Sean, how about you?
Breaking things.
Okay,
There is no judgment here, apparently.
that was a great encapsulation. I'm so red right now. That was a great encapsulation of Samuel and Sean. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm more interested in hearing about Samuel's because it sounds inspiring, but I'm giving Sean 5 bonus points for that title alone. All right, Samuel, let's hear it.
Up and Ready, a way to leave for work on time while also having had a morning. So what you got to do is, I wake up and I don't want to, and the hardest part of this game is getting it started. And so what you have to do is turn on the background. So with the background settings going, which would either be loud music or a cartoon, I turn it on from my phone and I broadcast it to the living room. Now, once I get that going, it gives me a few minutes until like the theme song of this cartoon, which is usually the first, like, there's just like 1 or 2 minutes of the cartoon and then the theme song goes. And then, or if it's a song or if it's a playlist of songs, I got to get up after the first song has gone. Now I have to turn it up loud enough that I can hear when the theme song for the cartoon starts or when the first song ends. And that should also wake Puzzle up. Now, there's 3 levels in this game. So once I get started, there's 3 levels. The first level is breakfast with my boys. The second level is walking captain. And the third level is doing a project. Excuse me. So that's the having a morning part. The having a morning part is being able to do 3 things before leaving for work on time. And so to get the breakfast with my boys, I have to feed Captain, and I have to figure out a way to feed him and feed myself and feed Puzzle. And so I lose a point from the previous game if I didn't make coffee the previous night and it isn't brewing. So
they like bleed into each other.
Yeah. So it cuts into the first level if I have to make coffee in the first level. And then the second level, walking captain, I have to set a timer, but I don't want to walk captain right before I leave for work, or else he could be what makes me late for work. It has to be level 3. So part of the game is playing the levels in the right order. It's sort of like achievements within the level. If you were thinking about this game.
Well, achievements would be a separate thing. I'm going to award points differently for achievements.
Achievements. Oh, I'll have another story for you later, but we're talking about this game right now. So,
okay.
Orange juice for me and Puzzle, food for Captain, extra points if I can eat something with protein in it. Usually try to get a donut. Definitely try to get caffeine. And then second level, walking Captain before 5-minute timer goes off. Get him to poop, which is always really difficult. And then the third thing is finding a project, like whether I want to study something for work or study something for my cartoons, do something to kind of get me going, read something. But the success of the third level is dependent on the expedience of the previous levels. So if I did the first level really fast, the second level doesn't have to be as fast, and the third level I'll have plenty of time.
You have no idea how loud that is, Sean.
You're doing it right into the microphone, I swear. And that's up and ready. A way to leave for work on time while also having had a morning.
I like it. You did not bring up the possibility of there being side quests. So I'm going to have to deduct a number of points from that.
Side quests?
I'm joking. Well, you never know what might happen. You know, side quest, coffee pot broke. Side quest, Captain Pete all over the house.
But then there's all kinds of elements in each video game. I was just giving a summary.
Well, what if the whole point of this is trying to figure out how to navigate our lives, even with all the difficulties and annoyances that get thrown at us every day? Like, this is the idea of a perfect morning, but it doesn't always go this way, does it?
Side quest, I have to make coffee because I didn't the previous night.
Yeah, which you did bring up. I like that you brought up the possibility of how the days bleed into each other and, affect the next day. I liked how you mentioned, if you complete the first level quicker, the second level, etc. I like the coherency of it all. It was really good, and I awarded a certain number of points to you for that gamified experience of your morning routine. Woo! Sean, breaking things.
All right. So everything that happens here eventually turns into breaking something, which is good and amazing and wisdom. So the center of this game is a buff. So you can do certain things to get buffs once you get out of bed. That's the first thing, is breaking your phone, just because that way you can't snooze the alarm, right? So once you do that, you can do certain things to get buffs. You can shower, you can go for a walk, you can answer your emails, you can make coffee, and you can investigate criminals. So You have to do something proactive to get a buff. And once you have a buff, you can spend that buff on motivation points, relaxation points, or serenity points.
Oh, you got a skill point system.
Yeah. There's also some things you can do to just get some points right from the get-go. So you can do things to get points, and you can do things to create buffs, which like get you points down the line and like unlock certain activities. So you can eat breakfast for 4 points. You can take a crap for 5 points. You can you can brush your teeth. Please do that. It makes your interaction with everybody else horrible.
So it's like a +1 charm.
Yeah. So then you do these things to get buffs, and then once you have the buffs, you spend it on motivation, relaxation, or serenity. When you do a motivation point, you are presented with a choice, either manliness or instant muscle. What happens when you do manliness? You just completely start punching the wall and like breaking people's cars and stuff, and just like do a 20-foot jump on the tennis court and just slam into the ground and just make yourself just go like 3 feet below the ground because you're so strong. Instant muscle is the same thing. Relaxation. This one is cool because it makes you fall asleep on the White House, because you, or in any situation where you just feel stressed, like, oh my gosh, I'm on the top of the White House, you just fall asleep. So next time you're in a stressful situation, you fall asleep and accidentally assassinate every single president in the world.
Is falling asleep supposed to be part of your morning routine?
So Serenity, you are presented with life improvements and weed. Once you get weed, you break your marriage. And then once you get life improvements, you can do spirituality. And in spirituality, you can choose to go shatter wine bottles or create weed.
I'd like to get some of those spirituality points right now.
Yeah, excellent game there. It might not market to all demographics. It wasn't quite as coherent as Samuel's game. It seemed a little more like, well, do you know what? It really seemed like Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
Like Samuel's seemed like a walking sim. Like a story-based walking sim where it's very narrative focused, and yours seemed very
Goat Simulator.
Yes. Now it's time for a lightning round. Ding 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 ding. Lightning round. You guys are going to take turns.
Could I really liked that point system like that. I'd never thought of something like that. But then you were talking about getting points directly donated to you from a gecko, and I want to know about this gecko that donates points in your game, because I think that we could reuse that for a lot of these games.
Oh, you're right. Who is this gecko? Who is this gecko?
Oh, Johansen Vermeer.
Vermeer.
I want to hear more about the gecko later. All right, sorry. Lightning round.
All right, this lightning round, you are going to be rapidly taking turns listing off names of achievements in your game, and I'll be awarding points to however many I want to. Samuel already actually listed a couple in his game. Sean, you had the opportunity to, but you decided to stick with the skill tree, which I really like the skill point system.
Yeah.
So I definitely give you points for that. But go on, take turns listing off achievements without a description, just the names of the achievements, and I might butt in and say, hey, I want to hear about what that achievement is, and you might be getting extra points for that.
Wait, so what game are we listing the achievements for?
You're listing achievements for your game, Sean, and Samuel's listing achievements for his game. So, ready? Lightning round begins now. Samuel.
Okay, the up to music achievement.
Sean. Samuel.
All right, the full coffee achievement.
Sean.
Family glass breaking.
Samuel.
Dog didn't jump on me achievement.
Okay, you need to get more creative with these names. Sean.
Answer emails.
Samuel.
Running down the stairs without tripping.
So hang on, I'm gonna take a quick timeout. Normally, names of achievements are like either a play on words or something ridiculous that you're like, wait, what is this? You guys are listing the descriptions of the achievements, not the achievement names. You need to think a little ahead and like think a little bit
Gotcha.
Achievement name bombastic barnacle, and it would be I dropped my coffee pot and I made a really loud noise and there was a barnacle there. But like, fun achievement names, not necessarily describing what you did to gain that achievement. There's something eye grabbing and like brain hook. There's a fish hook. There's a fish hook in my brain. There is a fish hook in my brain. There is a fish hook in my brain. Sean, it's your turn.
Fish hook.
Is that one of yours?
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you. Stealing is very welcome. 5 bonus points for stealing. Samuel.
Thank you.
The no snooze bounce.
Sean. 5 more points. Samuel.
Not so sloppy Joe.
Oh, I like that because it's Captain pooping on the ground, right?
No, it's me not spilling my coffee.
Oh, I like that though. I like that too. That's funnier and cleaner and more. Sean.
Mud race.
Mud race. Okay. Samuel.
Gecko in the orange juice.
Sean.
Calorie shirt.
Samuel.
Bro J.
Sean.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Samuel.
that could be cool.
You each have 3 more left.
The down boof.
Okay. Sean.
Burning ice.
Samuel.
Popular.
Sean.
A window to hell.
Samuel.
Pre-level expedience.
Sean.
You're capricious.
Ooh. That right there was a zinger. All right, brilliant lightning round. That was our first lightning round. I understand that was probably very stressful, and the fact that it was a lightning round probably made it harder to think of funny quips, but I'm proud of both of you. You both got quite a few points that lightning round.
I'm proud of everyone. This is great family.
That might have tipped the balance from one person to another, and I'm not going to disclose who that is to who, but we still have some time left, so I think it's time for you guys to talk about what your trailers would look like for these games. So give it a little bit of thought. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to think up a absolutely stellar game trailer, and this will be your last chance to move that balance of points from one side to another. One of you is a bit in the lead above the other. I won't tell you whose is whose, but one of you is at 29 points and the other is at 34.2 points. All right, well, since Sean is ready, I want to go ahead and hear his trailer.
So, there's a set of, like, different homes that you see people walking through, like, and you get, like, slight glimpses into their day-to-day lives, and it starts with dramatic music while they're waking up.
Make it more dramatic, then. Scene opens. There's dramatic music playing. We're going through
I'm
the
not so
neighborhood.
creative.
If you narrate it that way, maybe more things will come to mind.
So as they're walking through the homes, they start doing their various morning activities that need to be done. And as they're doing these productive things, you see fire in their eyes, and they get this yellow force field around them, and then they have the power-ups. And then as this happens, it launches into, like, epic combat music for some reason. First, it shows them all leveling up with a special, like, you see your tech tree on, like, an Apple Watch, and then so that's how you interact with your thing. And then as this is happening, it's cutting to various life activities where it shows the perks and benefits and downsides of various specializations that you chose.
Okay.
And so, like, as your day goes on, so, like, your morning is your investment phase, and what you do, like, specializes.
This is starting to sound less like a trailer and more like
Yeah.
you're just explaining your game again. Because it's like a...
You told me to explain the trailer.
Okay, so is this trailer like showcasing the game and like mechanics in it?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Continue.
Yes. So you can do bad stuff, and it shows that, like, if you sleep in too long, if you indulge yourself right when you get up, if you do things out of sequence, it shows how you get penalties. Like, so there's one lady who was like, I should go make a pot of coffee, but she just grabs the chocolate bag instead,
What a foolish mistake.
I know. And so that affects her lunch later with her coworkers, and then she loses her job. The consequences and benefits of what you do with combat music.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a few more points there at the end. Combat music. All right. Available now in stores on PS5 and Xbox Series X. $59.99. Breaking things. That's honestly such an awesome title. All right, Samuel. Paint us a picture of the scene.
Mornings are unrated. The journey from your pillow to work is just a walk in the park with coffee in your hand. Or is it? You snooze, you lose, and up and ready. There's so much to do beyond the mundane. Is getting to work on time all that matters? There's a time crunch for sure, but there's a morning to be had. Don't spill the coffee, and you earn a not-so-sloppy Joe achievement. Squeeze in extra minutes before level 2 and enjoy a Broj with Puzzle MTM. Level 2 is crazy if your dog poops twice, but level 3 is the most serene if you rely on pre-level expediency. Up and ready, a way to leave for work on time while also having had a morning. Watch for points from the get-go.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Man, I love how it was like infomercial. I think some of the trailers for Fallout 4, I might be mistaken, but like the trailers for Fallout 4 were like that because it takes place in the 50s, or at least the context of it starts in the 50s and then goes into like post-apocalyptic. Man, I really like the setting of that. I like how you walked through it. I love
I love how you
trailer.
integrated the achievements.
Yeah, I love that. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I love that the trailer presented the achievements as this great part of the game, because achievements used to be something that, like, especially in the Xbox 360 era, like achievement hunting was such a big thing. People loved going for achievements. Nowadays, it's like kind of cringe, I guess, or people don't care about it as much anymore. But I love that achievements were in the trailer. It was like, you'll be rewarded not only with a better game experience, but you'll also be rewarded with these achievements. So man, that was, I mean, Sean, you gotta agree with me, that was honestly a very solid trailer. I'd love to see an animated version of that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna tally up these final points from the trailer. Let's see.
How arbitrary is your point system?
If you guys really want to know how I scored points for the game trailer, I was keeping eye contact with you, and I was hitting the number 1 and spacebar every time I like got a surge of, I guess, something like inspiration or happiness or chocolate or something like that. I just hit one spacebar, etc., stuff like that. So I wasn't looking at the page to see how many points were awarded for the trailers. I was just completely, what's the word? Not
going with your instincts.
Compulsively. Yeah, it was just like, I was like, point. So for the game trailers, Sean made 10 points in the game trailer, and Samuel made 16. So as we look at the final tally, and I actually cannot believe that it came this close, but with a brilliant 44.2 points, Sean came in second place. Samuel won this episode with 45 beautiful points, 0.8 points above Sean. 0.8 points, and I did not fabricate that. Do you guys want to hear the breakdown of the points? So Samuel's points.
Yeah.
Let's look at the winner first. I wrote down Samuel's title, and I'm really sorry, Samuel, your title was too long. I wrote down Up and Ready. Josh of I gave up. Oh, you got 0 points for that title.
That was the subtitle.
Yeah, I remembered Up and Ready. Which is good. But you got 0 points for the title because it wasn't much of a zinger. It wasn't much of a hook and grab your attention. So your title got 0 points. Your body, just how concise and how much it made sense, you got 10 points for that. You got 5 points for the point system in your game. I really liked your point system in your game. The days leading into each other, you got 3 points. For your achievements. For your achievements fire round, you got 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1 points. I didn't add them up there. Let's see. 3, 5, 8, 10. You got 11 points for the achievements round. And then for your game trailer, you got 16. You came up with 45. Sean, breaking things. You got 5 points for your title. You got
Nice.
3 points for your body, because honestly, it wasn't very coherent, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It didn't make a lot of sense,
No,
but it was fun.
that was kind of the point, actually.
Like
For your
Goat
skill
Simulator.
point system, you got 4 points. For your, I just put down manliness, 5 points. And then this will explain the thing that you've probably had questions about. I put down weed, 4.20 points. That's why you had 0.2. It's because 420.
Oh, okay.
And then for your achievements, you have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 steel points because you stole my whatever it was that I said. I don't even remember.
Oh, I didn't think you were being honest about that. I thought you were going to deduct something.
14. You had 13 points from the achievements round. Samuel got 11, so you did pretty well in that achievement round.
Nice.
And then you only got 10 from the trailer, so your total was 44.2. Samuel's was 45. Congratulations, Samuel, for winning the first practice episode. This was considerably quicker and shorter. It's probably because we're still getting used to this format. I had a feeling that we could take this and go quite a while. Yeah, me too. But I think honestly this went pretty well.
I do think it would be. I don't exactly know if we're trying to prioritize like goofiness or
prioritize whatever you think the host will give you points for.
Okay. Nice. So
if it was wacky enough, I might have given you more points. It seemed a little more shambled together and not quite a morning routine. It didn't quite apply to the topic, because taking a nap on the White House, it was funny, but it didn't have much to do with a morning routine. However, blowing up your family, falling down the stairs, whatever it was that you said that kind of made sense about waking up in the morning, breaking your phone, that stuff, it's goofy, it's crazy, but
it's also
it had to
related.
do with the topic. Yeah, it had to do with the topic. So that's why you got 3 points for your body work and Samuel got 10, just because yours didn't quite make sense with the topic.
Okay. For some reason, I just got this image of you like waking up and like super dramatically throwing your phone out the window
in slow-mo.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you guys? What do you guys think? Did you guys have fun? Do you guys think your creative juices were flowing? Was it a little stressful?
Oh, yeah.
It was a little stressful. I think it would be nice and bad at the same time if we can get more like table conversation going.
Okay.
But I don't know how to do that without losing my focus.
It's all up to the host. I decided to do it in a format of give your titles and then I choose who gives the game. Next week, well, actually, I kind of want to host the first episode anyway, and you guys can decide if you want this to make this the real. Actually, let's decide that right now before we finish this episode. Do you guys want to keep this as a practice, or do we want to? Okay, very good.
Oh, I want to keep this as a real thing. I mean, it can be the premiere.
It'll be stored somewhere.
The premiere, but I think
we could make this the trailer.
What?
That would be such a long trailer. No, I definitely will save this somewhere. And I'll also practice editing with it. I wanted something to work with, and I wanted us all to kind of have in our heads kind of what this is like.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to host the first official episode, if that's all right, or if you guys would prefer. Samuel could, since he technically won this, but that wouldn't make sense without the context. And since I'm the person who's kind of been driving this, it might be a little easier if I continue.
No, if this wasn't the first episode, you should host the first episode.
Well, if this ever goes live and people ever watch this, thank you for watching or listening, depending on what platform you are experiencing this episode. This was the first episode that we ever recorded. I don't know how far in the future we're releasing this, but thank you for supporting the podcast.
And don't be sloppy.
Break things.
All right, well, make sure to follow me, PuzzleMTM, on all platforms. Sean, 10 Tiny Potatoes on YouTube and Twitch. He's 10 Tiny Potatoes 343 on Twitch. They might need to take care of that. And,
I don't remember why I'm that.
And then follow Samuel Mosermeadow Records or Samuel Claus Tuner, depending on what platform that you're looking at.
Or Bacon Snack 6 on Twitch.
We've got all the links down in the description depending on where you're listening. We'll have the links in the description on YouTube, Spotify. I don't know how Apple Music works, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you for listening / watching, and we will see you in the last previous episode or the next episode, whichever one that you choose to listen or watch next. And thank you all. Should we have a closeout phrase?
Go get gaming.
No. Game over.
I think that was a consensus.
Game over.